If something is being done for the Supreme, then the motivation is the highest. But how do you keep the mind in God while doing your work? Because apparently, any work you do requires the focus of your mind. And Shree Krishna is saying, you think of me. There's an apparent contradiction. And how did Arjun do it? Many people say, I'm a Karm Yogi. How come? In the morning when I get up, I do yoga. I come to the health and wellness center and do yoga for an hour. And then after that, I forget about yoga, I do karma. And later on, I do a little vikarma as well. But because I did karma and I did yoga, I'm a karma yogi. Shree Krishna says, Arjun, none of this gabad shabad. You will be a karma yogi only if while doing karma you can be in yoga. So he gives the definition of Karm Yog. Sarveshu kaleshu ma manusmara yudhya cha. Arjun, at all times, keep your mind in me and keep doing your karma. Now you are a warrior, your karma is to fight. Carry on. I'm not stopping you. Like I said, no career changes. You carry on with your karma. But practice this. Learn to keep the mind in me. So, man yar me, tan kar me. Mind in God, body in the world. That is what Karm Yog is. Now, naturally, if your mind is in divine consciousness, then you are not attached to the results. You're saying it's all for the pleasure of God. So you will not feel stressed. And when you are thinking, I'm doing it as a service to the Supreme, you will be motivated to pursue excellence. Let me do it to the best of my ability. And when you are connected with God, you will start seeing the divinity in everyone. So you will not have anger, resentment, envy, hatred, etc. Everything will fall in place. You will also get the sense of purpose. If something is being done for the Supreme, then the motivation is the highest. But how do you keep the mind in God while doing your work? Because apparently, any work you do requires the focus of your mind. Your mind should be in flow. That means your conscious and subconscious mind should be on the work. And Shree Krishna is saying, you think of me. There's an apparent contradiction. And how did Arjun do it? Arjun was doing extremely focused work because he's in a war situation. Now out there, if there's a slight distraction, and in releasing the arrow, there's a hair's breadth of difference. After a furlong, it becomes this big. So how did Arjun manage to do his work in a state of flow and then also think of God? Right? So Swami Vivekananda said, devotion can be practiced even in the battlefield. The Bhagavad Gita was preached there. Shree Krishna deliberately saw the worst situation of this material realm, which is the battleground. And he chose that for giving knowledge to Arjun. That look, even here you can do devotion. Now nobody has any excuses. I am an engineer, I am a doctor, how can I do devotion? Shree Krishna says, if Arjun could do it, you can also do it. So what is the way to do it? One thing. Just practice to feel the presence of God. That's all. We are always aware of ourselves. I am, I'm hungry, I'm full, I am sad, I'm happy, I'm listening, I'm speaking. This feeling of I am always remains with us. Now, add one thing to it. Shree Krishna is with me. He is always with us. He is sitting in our heart. You just bring it in your conscious awareness, that is all. When we go into the temple, what do? We all bow down, we become aware that Radha Krishna are there. So when we go out of the temple, now there is no God out here. So in the temple, you be reverential. When you come out of the temple, you do any chalaki, 420 makkari, because there is no God out here. If this is going to be our formula, then we'll become characterless. Because most of the time we are out of the temple. We need to extend our definition. The whole world is the temple of God. And He is always with me. And He is always watching. So just feel His presence and do your work. Like when you go to the office, you sit down on your chair, now you're about to start, stop for a moment and think. Shree Krishna is there. On the empty chair, make Him sit. He is the goal of I'm doing it all for His pleasure. That is the purpose. Of course, for His pleasure, if you want to give Him pleasure, you have to do bhakti, and to do bhakti, you have to take care of your body. So for that, you have to earn money as well. And then He's given you a family, you take care of it as a service to Him. You're doing everything. Even if you have to sleep, it is to rest the body, so next day I can again engage my body in service to Him. So Shree Krishna says, Yat karoshi yadashnasi yad juhosi dadasi yad. Arjun, whatever you do it as an offering unto me. So feel His presence and do the work. Just practice this. I like to compare this with cricket. When Rohit Sharma and company go to the crease, they survey the field. What field has been set by the opposing captain? Because the fast bowler's ball crosses over the 22 yards in less than half a second. There's no time to look at that time. So they keep 11 players in their head. Okay, there is a mid-wicket and there is a long on, but he's not set any mid-on. And there's a gap here, there's a gap there, there's a gap there. Then the ball is coming and the conscious and subconscious mind are both engaged, referencing this kind of ball, this is with the possibilities. Like the grandmasters in chess, they access 50,000 games in their memory when they play. And these test cricketers, they access hundreds of thousands of shots in their memory when they play. So when the ball comes, they lift it and they hit. And the commentator is screaming, he has placed the ball between mid-wicket and long on. It's crossing the boundary for 4 runs. So what did he do? He kept 11 fielders in his head. Shree Krishna says Karm Yog is easier than cricket. You just keep one referee in your head and you keep on doing your works.